Hey friend, I am Lakshay Kukreja from Lux Audio. Today we are gonna go through a few different ways to record acoustic guitar using stereo miking techniques. We have special guest Ezra Helios in the studio, so he'll be playing a chord progression and we'll be trying some cool stereo miking techniques. So the first stereo miking technique we are going to look at today is XY. It can be categorized as a coincident miking technique, meaning both the capsules are as close as possible and the time difference between the sound hitting both the microphones will be minimum to none. This will also ensure phase coherence. As you can see, the microphones are placed at a 90-degree angle from each other. So one mic would be looking at the body of the acoustic guitar while the other one is looking at the neck of the acoustic guitar. But they both are looking at the acoustic guitar from the exact same coordinate. So this means that both the mics are focusing on different parts of the acoustic guitar while they are still capturing the acoustic guitar at the same time. So this gives us two slightly different tonalities while they are completely phase compatible. So we have recorded the acoustic guitar using the XY stereo miking technique with two different types of microphones, large diaphragm condenser and small diaphragm condenser. Let's go for a take. So the next technique we'll be looking at is AB or spaced pair. Now this miking technique is great if you want a super wide stereo spread. However, there are a lot of risks involved in terms of phase compatibility. Because the mics are a spaced pair, they look at the source from different coordinates and could be picking up the sound at different times. That could cause a lot of phase problems and comb filtering. So in order to avoid these problems, we can follow the 3-to-1 rule. This rule states that the ratio of the distance between the microphones and their distance to the source should be 3:1. So for example, the microphones are 1 feet away from the acoustic guitar, then they have to be 3 feet away from each other. The 3-to-1 rule helps you minimize the phase issues in your recordings. The next technique we are going to look at is the ORTF. This technique comes from a French television, radio and broadcasting organization back in the 1960s. So this is a near incident technique. So the microphones are placed at a 110-degree angle with a 17 centimeter distance between them. This would give you a wider image than XY, but a narrower image than AB. But phase-wise, this is a little less phase compatible than XY, but a lot more phase compatible than AB. So basically, the farther you go away from the coincidence, the more phase issues you're gonna have to deal with. Okay, let's go for a take. The last stereo miking technique we are going to use is MS or mid-side. So as the name suggests, we have a mid mic and a side mic. So we will be needing one microphone with a cardioid polar pattern as usual, but the other microphone needs to have a figure of 8 polar pattern. So the way you set up these microphones is pretty similar to XY, but the mid mic would be looking directly at the 12th fret of the acoustic guitar, and the side mic, because of its bidirectional polar pattern, would be looking at the left and the right sides of the room. So you record the two mics as usual. So the mid mic will give you the full guitar sound, while the side mic captures the reflections off of the walls. Now, unlike all the other microphone techniques, we would not pan these left and right because the mid mic is supposed to be in the mid. So what we would have to do in our DAW is we would have to duplicate the sides track and invert the polarity on the duplicated track. Now we will pan both of the sides tracks to left and right. So now the way this stereo technique works is we will have the mid mic panned up the center as our main guitar sound, and then we will blend in these two side mics according to taste. This gives you almost like a stereo reverb kind of an effect. But the best part about the stereo miking technique is that when you flip your mix to mono, both the sides, because we flipped them out of phase, disappear completely. So this ensures 100% phase compatibility. Now I have got a bonus technique for you guys. This is not a stereo miking technique, but this is one of my favorite techniques. If you don't have two microphones, if you only have one microphone and you want a stereo acoustic guitar or any kind of stereo recording, you can use this technique. So this is the classic double tracking technique, where you pan the two different takes of the same part, left and right. So there you go, these were the 4 stereo miking techniques that you could use on your next recording. I hope this video was helpful. All the recordings shown in this video are available for you to download. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming content. See ya on the next video.